pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Chicago Bears. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, baby.
First down, Murray. And his first look is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time, but it'll be second down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Check three, check three, check three. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship, watch the ship. Jam, 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 jam.
Back to the air on second down, it's Murray. And complete to Zach Ertz. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Throwing on second and 8. Murray got this complete to the rookie out of UMass, Andy Isabella.
There we go, D.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
In your face.
They'll try the left side. Armstrong. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help, because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
For mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Edmonds. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Chase Edmonds, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
Here we go. double. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Check right. Check right. Alert 3. Alert 3. Alert 3. Chest. Hey, just be crippled.
Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And now a hook up downfield on 2nd down. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 24-yard line. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 24. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 15-yard line.
58, boys, 58. 58's Mike. Check. Watch twist. X3, 218, chopper. Watch the run.
On 2nd and 1, block. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A 15-yard touchdown grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't...
And got his man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one.
First down, Cardinals.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. On 2nd down now. It's Armstrong. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Murray going to try to throw on third down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. Third and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Throwing on first down is Murray. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Murray, he almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
6 yards to go.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
They only need a yard here. 3rd down and 1 after the penalty.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Switch.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
I think that
he's got a man complete. A big pickup of 38.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Locke. And his throw is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Go. 43.
Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 29-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Dancing to his left. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Block will try again on second down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 20, and his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. After the turnover, here's Murray. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Calvin Ridley, 79 yards. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34, and they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Fletcher Cox make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. The pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack.
It's now 3rd down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Sometimes it's just not your day. Here's another failure right there on 3rd down.
So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Take it at the 37. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Get that quarterback!
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Check 53, slide. Here we go.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And he missed it. Gonzalez has pushed it to the right, and this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yeah, and in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
60 or. Number 53, Mike.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Ready. 70, Indy. I'm coming.
Clock now on first down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Fowler in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw it is Locke. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken around the 12. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. From the 29, Murray. And this is Hurts with it, right side. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A Cardinal 1st down on a gain of 13.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Armstrong, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. On play action, it's Murray. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. So without making excuses, you have to figure that this rain has had an impact now on both of his missed field goals.
It's one of those situations really difficult to practice for and tough to prepare yourself against. It's just a whole different animal kicking in the rain, and we've really seen him struggle.
Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop. From just shy of midfield, Locke firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Locke now, 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Now they try the right side here. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Locke, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 29, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now a give, right side, Armstrong. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And he connects with Ertz. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first. Murray now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Murray airing it out, looking for... Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Well, they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
On the ready.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7. As the 47.
Play action. Now it's locked. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 41. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed out.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go! At their own 23-yard line.
Down.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half. And his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd down and 4. Locke looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Chopper! Bravo! Switch.
Now on second and 13. Lock. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Barber. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch.
Oh, Barber loses it, and the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. On first down, it's Armstrong. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
From the 44, Murray, and he gets this one to Ridley complete. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a first down. Murray now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Murray going to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Carl Lawson has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Kill. Check 31. Check, go.
Throwing now is Murray. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Cardinals on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be third and a mile. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Hey, Charlie.
Back to the air on second down. It's Locke. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Ready. 60 on. Now. Bandit. Hey, dude. 43's the mic.
On first down, Locke. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 49. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. They'll run on first down. It's Armstrong. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Gonzalez to add the PAT. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes the score Cardinals 42, Bears 6.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 25. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Now a give, right side. Armstrong. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run the counter. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Arizona, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as